So the trending thing now is Red Note. Red Note is Chinese TikTok. So I kind of one second. So I kind of stopped following these trends where you join every single app that's out there, because back in my day, the year was 1857. We had MySpace, and we had a pretty cool friend, and I think he's my only friend, named Tom. And with MySpace, you could customize your whole entire page and have music playing and all that stuff. And you have a friends list where, it's top 100, top 5, top 10, the whole entire cabane and caboodle. And I think that was the pinnacle of social media. I heard that uh, there was a lot of hacking and a lot of scammers going on and the whole nine, and eventually it got shut down. Um, but there's always a hidden underbelly to what's really going on to communication. Because then came my not MySpace, then came Facebook, and it's been hot since what, 2009, 2010, like it was on a steamroll onto connecting people. And then over time, I don't want to point any fingers, but um, I want to say it's partly due to people that are woke, or it was the birth of the woke nation, and corporate greed, where Zuckerberg was, I guess the rumor has it, which I believe, is that he was selling our personal information to um, Russia and China. I don't know if it's true or not, but it is what it is. Then you have like free speech taken away, then fact checkers, and the list can go on. Um, Towards the tail end of Facebook, before it switched to Meta, came TikTok. Now, keep in mind, we have Instagram, we have Snapchat, where women use the filters like it's their own face. It's wild. And everyone had a TikTok. I swore up and down that I will never download a TikTok because I see a point to it. Then I hear that they were banning TikTok. Now, the reason why I wanted TikTok banned was because, I'm walking around and I'm seeing like people doing goofy dances in the middle of the street and trying to get likes and followers and, TikTok famous, the whole entire nine. So I didn't want to download TikTok because I didn't want to be a follower, if that makes sense. Then I hear it's getting banned. Why is TikTok getting banned? Well, the reason why, long story short, the reason why TikTok is getting banned is because it's a huge competitor to Facebook or Meta. The person who created TikTok was actually an intern from Facebook. So just like how I guess Google was indirect, I don't know the whole history, but Google was made because there was interns from Yahoo, and their ideas kept getting shut down. So they made Google, and now Google is a multi-trillion-dollar um, business. You know, and then you have Zuckerberg, who, from what I hear, he actually stole it. He actually stole the company from his partners. I didn't see the movie, but um, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think will happen. And now he's the head honcho of everything. And then someone's interning with him, and I guess they put out good ideas, and then once when you're on the high horse, you forget where you came from. So I guess the guy from TikTok was like, well, I'll make this. And then it blows up. And then there's more people on TikTok than there are on Facebook. I'm an old man. Like, I'm 87 years old. I'm turning 35 in March, but I feel 87. So I'm 87 years old. And you have this guy who created TikTok, and there's a lot of people that are on there being a big competitor to Facebook, and then Facebook works with the government, because if you haven't noticed, everything on Facebook is political, believe it or not. How does Facebook stay in business so long, being a relatively free application to use? You get government funding. Now, because they're banning TikTok, or they have banned it, now there's a Chinese TikTok called Red Note. And I'm not up to date with all this stuff. I get this information from other sources. The only difference is that I don't react to other people's content, which I guess that makes you a content creator, but that aside. So with this Red Note, um, what I'm gonna say America. What America did indirectly is connect people from China to America now more than ever. Americans, whether we want to admit this or not, we are a little bit closed-minded and a little bit ignorant when it comes to other countries' society and daily lives. We think we know what's going on, but we don't know what's going on. We just gather bits and pieces from CNN and Fox News and maybe BBC, and that's just a maybe. I haven't watched BBC in a long time because even though it's world news, I still feel that it's kind of censored in a way. So people that no longer have TikTok switch to Red Note, and they're connected to Chinese people now more than ever. And you see the daily lives of these people, and they're just like us. Except for they have a better living standard than we do. And from what I know, or from what I can recall, is that in China there is no homeless people. Immigration is a huge issue in America, and homelessness. And China has solved that issue, where we've been fighting that issue since the beginning of the conception, the philosophy of America. We pay for our ambulance rides. Matter of fact, recently my credit score has dropped because back in 2015, America Medical Response gave me a ride to the hospital because I was in a car accident. I wasn't injured. My ex-girlfriend at the time was. She was injured, and I didn't realize it at the time, but they took her information and they took my information, and years gone by, and now my credit score is paying because I use medical services. In China, if you get hurt and you call the ambulance, they don't charge you anything. I also discovered that China made a cure for diabetes. Medically, it's one of the top 5 reasons for the cause of death. So you ban TikTok, you have people talking to other average everyday citizens of China on how they live, and now you're convincing Americans to want to move to China. Every government has their flaws. North Korea being one of the top and major flaws. Hope they don't find this video, but I mean, no one is 100% happy with their government. So the only good thing on the top of my head that America has going for itself is that we could backtalk our government and not get arrested for it. That's one of the many things that I can say that America can safely do. I could go on Facebook, I can go on Twitter, I can go on Snapchat or Instagram and say that I'm disappointed in my government, make a whole entire spreadsheet and nitpick what's wrong with my government and not get in trouble for it. Whereas other countries, you can. But that freedom aside, what has America done for us lately? So I think I'm gonna take up Mandarin. Yep. America, you definitely fumbled. It's like a it's like an anglerfish, like you see this light shining, and then you're like, yes, I'm gonna take that light. And then at that light is a fish devouring you. You fell for the trap, you mess with the anglerfish, and now you're making people waking up now more than ever. That is genuinely woke. There's ridiculous woke, and then there's woke waking up and realizing what your own government is doing. So, like you dumped someone that you didn't appreciate, and that person found someone far better looking than you that actually loves you.